guys, and welcome to Barca Buzz. I did say we need to look forward to a strong FC Barcelona performance, and we got just that. Barcelona winning by 3 goals to 0. We got the clean sheet. Iñaki Pena putting some very good saves within the game, and that was really nice to see because he's got competition now. So before we get into this video, please comment, like, and subscribe, and share this video with people that really love FC Barcelona, just like us coolers. So yes, let's get right into it. Say guys that it's really nice to see FC Barcelona putting up very strong performances, be it at home or away. This is really something that's nice to see because most of the time in previous seasons, whenever Barcelona travels away, we really had that thing to say, even if we can get a 1-0 win, even if it can be a 2-0 win, we're okay. But right now, we are getting Barcelona really looking for more goals, even if it's away from home. Barcelona started this match like a house on fire. They made sure that they controlled this game from start to finish. And we started off the game with our very strong 11. Only 2 changes that actually came in here. It was Hector Fort coming in for Jules Koundé and Ferran Torres coming in for Eric Garcia. So this was a very strong lineup from the get-go, and you could tell that Hansi Flick only wanted 3 points. And also giving a run to Hector Fort, who has been impressing in training. Hansi Flick just gave him the nod for this one, and also giving a well-deserved rest to Jules Koundé, who's basically played a lot of minutes, and he basically needed the rest. And he's also been called to the France national team, which really it was a deserved rest for him. He did come on later on in the game, but it was just to ensure that we consolidate the game because Hansi Flick already knew that we actually did win the game. So just looking at the starting 11 and how we actually did form on the field, it was the classic Hansi Flick 4-2-3-1 with Casado and Pedri playing as the 2 pivots, and then Rafinha playing as the number 10, and then Torres and Yamal hugging the touchlines as the 2 wingers, and our top scorer at the moment, which is Robert Lewandowski up front. Torres' injury actually comes when he basically still needs to prove himself under Hansi Flick. He hasn't really been firing like all the other key players, but he still needs to really raise his hand up and say, I want to actually play. Because remember, we are getting players back from injury, people like Frankie de Jong, people like Gavi coming back, people like Dani Olmo, and these are really strong players. And I think this injury comes at a time for Ferran Torres at a very wrong time, where he basically needed to stand up and actually stake a claim for that starting berth. And right now we are hearing that Ferran Torres will be out for approximately 4 to 5 weeks, which basically rules him out of all the key games that are basically left for October, and also a national team call-up in the Spanish squad. He basically won't be joining them there. We wish him a very speedy recovery. We need all our first team players in the team just to make sure we have all the depth. But I think this is the wrong time for Ferran Torres to basically get an injury, as he was basically trying to get into the groove of things. I haven't really seen him score a lot of goals this time because I was hoping he was going to be scoring more goals, because Barcelona at this current moment are a free-flowing team. Whenever we move forward, you can see what we want to do, which is why we're going to the next point, which is Robert Lewandowski scoring a hat-trick. He scores a hat-trick and he basically makes sure that he's happy about it. There's one thing that we are seeing this season with Robert Lewandowski is that he is currently enjoying his game. He's getting more chances in front of goal. Players are playing to basically put balls in so he can basically attack. And this is very nice to see. Before, we'd basically get the ball and want to go back and establish some control. Right now, once we get the ball and we see a run from Robert Lewandowski, we basically put it in. And that's something that teams are not really getting used to, is Barcelona playing on the front foot, not trying to always keep control of the game, and which is why we're seeing this sparkling form from Robert Lewandowski. And I think we always knew he's a predator. He's someone that really wants to stay in the box, feed him balls, and he will do his best to basically finish off all these chances. We haven't been seeing this in the past seasons, but I think in the season that he first joined Barcelona, we saw the quality that he came with. But unfortunately, after that, he just fell off and dropped off, because he did mention that the physical side of things when it comes to FC Barcelona was not helping him perform better on the pitch. And now with Hansi Flick joining, they've worked on the physical side of training, and you can see all of our players are basically hyped up and pumped for the matches. And you can see with Robert Lewandowski's performances, he basically is looking forward to score in each and every game. And it was nice to see that he scored this hat-trick in 32 minutes. I'm not sure if that's a record, but I haven't heard of a hat-trick within the first 32 minutes. This was really nice to see from Robert Lewandowski, and we basically almost close to getting the prime Robert Lewandowski. Flick has basically praised his front three, saying that they are the best trio at the moment, and he enjoys working with them. They have been superb so far this season, because you can basically see with the numbers we're generating so far, we basically are the best front three in the world at the moment. And these are the words of Hansi Flick. He says, we have worked on it. Of course, we have worked on it. And when you have meetings, you tell them what you want from them, where I want them to move, and they are doing very well at the moment. The dynamic of these three players is very fantastic. He's just talking there about the connection that these three players currently have, because Yamal, Rafinha, and Lewandowski at the moment are really raking up a large sum of numbers when it comes to goals, assists, and so forth. This is basically something that you can see they've worked on in training. He also went on to speak about Lewandowski after he scored around about 12 goals for the season at this point. He says, that's how we've known him since I was with him at Bayern, and he's still the same. In front of goal, in the penalty area, for me, he is the best. He's always ready to score, and he's at 100%. I'm also very happy for his teammates who are there helping him. Really nice to hear from our boss Hansi Flick about his players and how they're basically contributing in the field of play. And this is a really good point for us, because we're now heading into the international break, and we are basically leading La Liga on 24 points. Besides the mishap of Osasuna, we could have had 27 points at this point in time, waiting for the games after the international break, because I think that's where we will see and get to see how Barcelona would perform under high pressure. Let us have a look at the matches that we are going to face after the international break, and these are Sevilla visiting Barcelona on the 20th of October, Bayern Munich also visiting Barcelona on Wednesday the 23rd, which is a very important Champions League fixture. This is going to be Robert Lewandowski coming up against his former side, Hansi Flick coming up against his former side that he basically took to winning the Champions League, the Club World Cup, the German League, the Deutsche Pokal, you name it. He basically won it all with FC Bayern. Let's just see how we perform against them. And we do not forget the 8-2 scoreline. So that is a match that is very big on Wednesday night. We will be there watching. And right after that, the big one. A match that I think everyone is waiting for, to basically see Hansi Flick's men take on Real Madrid. The Clasico is going to be a fantastic match to watch this season, because with Real Madrid having all of these star players, Jude Bellingham, Mbappe, Vinicius Jr., Rodrigo, they were touted to be the best, and no one would basically stop them at this point in time in the season. but things are not actually going the way they should be going for Real Madrid, but rather Barcelona is the one performing. So we will have a preview for this match when the time comes, around about Saturday on the 26th of October, 9 p.m. The world will be watching Real Madrid facing FC Barcelona. So this time period between the 20th and the 26th, this is where we will be seeing what Barcelona is made of. We will see whether or not we can basically win all 9 points within all these matches, because that's what's up for grabs. It is 9 points across all competitions. Will we get all 9 points? Let's just wait and see. But this will be a huge test. And remember, we are getting key players back in for these fixtures. People like Dani Olmo will be back in that Sevilla match. Frankie de Jong is back. Gavi is also touted to be making his way back, and the return match seems to be that one of Sevilla. And we will be at home at the Montjuic, and you can just imagine what the atmosphere will be like when Gavi takes on the pitch. So indeed, guys, let us wait and see what's going to be happening in these fixtures. Thank you for watching the video. It's nice to see FC Barcelona performing at this point in time. But let us see what happens when we come back from the international break. Please like, comment, and subscribe to the channel. And as always, FC Barcelona fans, subscribe to FC Barca Buzz. Thanks for watching. Until the next video. Bye-bye.